There's just iced tea and lemonade. That's all they say here. That's it.
Yeah, but this is back in the 1900s when you could make up a latte. Ooh, espresso and milk.
Yeah.
Revolutionary invention.
I think, I don't know.
There weren't a whole lot of visionaries during that time period. You could make two sticks on a log and make it something, and people would think
it was an invention back then. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, that's not special.
No, it's
Nowadays, we have people who spend 3 years perfecting their Starbucks
I mean,
order.
I think a can of this is like 60 cents or something.
Nowadays or back then?
Nowadays, like,
Oh, that's
like
not
you
bad.
go to the store and you can get like a full pack for just like $5. You know?
That's like a lot of things.
Yeah, I know, but
I feel like
I wonder if like this type of drink would have been a lot more expensive back then because it was more like thought of like as a special type of beverage, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have no idea. Like in terms of like marketing though, it's like good product. Like on the outside of the can, like it's better than
Yeah,
it's a lot less
it's
dull,
very
I feel
unique.
like.
Yeah.
It's more unique. I mean, like you look at like things like Coca-Cola and
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper and Pepsi,
Yeah.
and they're just boring. They have like one logo
Yeah.
and that's it, right?
Yeah.
But like this one, you get like different pictures of him actually like playing in the PGA. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
It's more enticing.
Yeah.
Feels more homemade while it's still made by Arizona Tea.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're that's that company that makes Arnold Palmer. I think Arizona, they also make like so many other other products too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know exactly like let's see like have you had like some of the other like beverages that they have?
No.
Arizona beverages, let's see.
I only basically recently started drinking any sort of bottled beverage.
Yeah. So they have like
we were too poor to have it growing up.
No, so I guess like Arnold Palmer
Water.
is I only started like drinking Arnold Palmer like recently, like this like last year. I liked it a lot more than some of the other. I drank a lot of Mountain Dew like back when I was like really younger. Like yeah, when I was like younger, like Mountain Dew was like something that was I don't really like it a whole lot anymore. Like it doesn't have that addictive type of like where you don't actually like now when I drink it, I like think about the taste. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, this is like
a
little bit more toxic than I used to think about it as before, but
yeah.
Yeah, and I guess they have like green tea and they have sweet tea.
They have mate.
I don't know. I guess like what they do energy drinks too.
Well,
I feel like
mate. Yeah, that's
almost
mate.
every beverage company has some sort of branch in terms of energy drinks. Also,
I feel like you have to. I feel like that's
you
a
have to compete
requirement
in the
nowadays.
market. Yeah, but it's like just also a weird market because a lot of people are discouraged from it.
Yeah.
In terms of like the buyer, right?
Yeah.
But then there's still a big market for it.
I think TikTok has realized that market because you have like Bang blew up via TikTok, and now it's like I don't know if it still is, but back when I did any research on it, it was
I think Bang is still popular, but I don't know.
The biggest energy drink.
It's definitely not as big of a deal as Prime is right now.
Yeah. Which you cannot compete with the marketing of Prime.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Prime kind of
makes sense.
Yeah, and Prime also has that same type of impact as what the Lunchly thing is now on
that's only getting flack.
I know, but like it's strange because like Prime was targeting Gatorade, Lunchly is targeting Lunchables.
Yeah.
And both of them are like substantially like making a lot like they're making a lot more money in terms of the short run. But I don't know if they're like a company like both of them. I don't know if they're both like companies that can really last as long as some of these legacy beverage companies that have been doing it for years, you know.
No, I'm definitely
insane. But like is it just like something based off of like publicity? Like if
I don't know.
if
I
these people
think
like their brand dies off, like then does the product also die off?
I think that's a good question.
Because with Gatorade, like nobody even knows who the CEO of Gatorade is.
No,
Like
there's no
nobody cares.
Gatorade.
Nobody cares
I think
because they just care about the
I think
brand.
it's definitely too early for to tell if it'll die off with the brand. I think like Prime might not die off with the creators' careers tanking as
Yeah.
they are now,
Right.
because I think it's been embedded so heavily into culture. It's
Okay.
become like more of a default, like Gatorade is,
Yeah.
versus I don't know, something like a coffee chain run by like Chamberlain Coffee. I feel like won't necessarily survive as long.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though. I'm trying to get Prime to send me free stuff. I've yet to
What?
reach out. They have no
How many
idea.
flavors do they have now? Like 8 or something? Or
I have zero clue. I know they have Meta Moon, Punch, like the four basics.
right.
Meta Moon. I don't know what. I don't know. I know there's 5. Ice Pop
Yeah.
6.
Oh. Oh wait, no. They have 8.
What
They
are
have
the other
like
two?
wait, let's see. So they have Metamoon, lemon lime, blue raspberry, uh
Orange.
the punch one, which
Yeah.
I actually like that one more, I think. The orange, and then I don't know what that one is. Grape or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, grape. What's the
They
pink
also
one?
have like the special edition ones. Do you remember that big popular phase of Prime where they did these competitions, and one
Yeah.
of them ended up being like forget where it was. It was either in like Seattle or somewhere
Yeah.
else, and then there was one in New York where it was like this big um competition for like an actual like 24 karat gold
Yeah,
Prime
yeah, yeah,
bottle,
yeah, yeah. I
right?
remember that now.
And there were like tons of TikToks about it and tons of Instagram reels, just
Free
all.
publicity.
And then like the person like, but then there was this like idea that was like in fact like rigged, that
Mm-hmm.
it was just a setup,
Yeah.
and there were a whole lot of videos following that event that
It always is.
there always are. There's always like
It's
that.
always a setup.
Yeah,
It's all to
yeah,
get
it is.
publicity.
I mean, if it sounds too good, yeah, if it sounds too good to be true, it most
It
likely
definitely
always
is
is.
too good to be true.
Yeah. Um.
I need to reach out to Prime. I have yet to reach out to them on anything.
Oh yeah.
But I really want them to send me free stuff. I have yet to spend a dime,
Hmm.
and I want to keep it that way.
Right.
I don't want to pay them. I want their products for free.
Hmm.
I'll do a Prime if you're listening. I will do a rating video where I rate the different Prime
Wait,
flavors.
wait. So like a competition also.
No, just I'll
Oh, you
rate
just like by yourself. You
on a
just like
tier list.
right. Then like do you just
I don't
based off
know.
of the one that's the best, will you like drink that for the rest of your life or
No,
something? Or
I'll probably throw it away afterwards. I like water. I
yeah,
love water.
it's so saturated.
Yeah.
Prime compared to Gatorade, like I think the reason why I like Gatorade a little bit more is because of like the balance of like sugar compared to
Mm,
the water concentrate.
yeah.
Prime is like way too much.
Is it?
There's
I've
way too
heard that
much
it's
stuff
like
in.
slightly thicker.
It's a bit thicker.
Mm,
It's just too much saturated
yeah.
sugar stuff in it. It's like not. It's not great to. I mean, I get it. Like when I was golfing during high school, like I just skip Prime every once in a while, just like just drink it and enjoy it. But like I can't do like the the drink a Prime and then wait a little bit and drink another Prime. Like it's just too
Yeah.
saturated for me. I could just have like one a day. I'm good.
Yeah.
But if I keep drinking Prime, it just gets really tiring because it's
Yeah.
just the same type of flavor that's just kind of tastes toxic after a week of like drinking
That's
Prime.
fair.
Yeah. Oh
Mm.
yeah, yeah. Come to think of like Gatorade, like they have those. I don't know if Prime's gonna do this. I doubt they will. But Gatorade has like the powdered stuff where like you
Oh
mix it
right.
in
Yeah.
water. You
Yeah.
like put like I think what it really is for is like the water bottles, like the
Yeah.
plastic water bottle. They sell it like Walmart,
Yeah.
and if you get them by like the 24 pack or whatever, then you get one of those and a couple scoops of that Gatorade powder, and you're all set. You don't
Yeah.
have to go and buy the packaged label thing with the nice cap and everything. You just
I'd be surprised because I feel like with how Prime does their stuff, I don't think that's possible.
I could be wrong. I don't know if it's a product that would actually hit very well because
I think that kind of market especially is oversaturated,
like based off of celebrities
in,
and like
in like the gamer space especially.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I consider KSI a gamer for some reason.
No, I know what you're saying, and I think.
Well, like you have like gamer subs and G Fuel and stuff like that.
Right, but they're also paid a lot of money for like just even mentioning it in their. So then they have to also subsidize for that. So they have to like get a lot of people to just only think about Prime for like a straight period of income in terms of like what they're making off of that partnership, right?
I think that's a bit harder of a market because like G Fuel and GamerSup spend so much money in marketing, so it's harder to break into. Versus, I don't know, I feel like Prime kind of broke into the scene because there was no Gatorade competition. Like you have Powerade,
right?
But like,
well, Powerade is just like a knockoff. Yeah, Gatorade. It's just an extra brand that doesn't really have its own profile. It's kind of
exactly. But Prime was like, oh, this is a unique product,
right? Well, it's because it's based off of like that public figure type of thing, where like,
and it also had the benefit of colors equals good, and so
I think Prime got a lot more marketing than
that
Gatorade
did better in thumbnails.
Yeah, I think in the short run, Prime definitely got a lot more marketing. Yeah, and a lot more attention than Gatorade
like $1 billion in a year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is insane.
That's faster than Gatorade took in like even 5 years.
Yeah, that's unsurprising.
Oh yeah,
I feel like I don't see any ads for Gatorade at all.
Yeah, no, that's valid. Thumbnails. This is like way off.
I'm such a good. He does segues so well. Oh my goodness.
Crazy. This is terrible. This is so bad. Like
I'm
what
so
a terrible,
good at
segue.
No, I did a good segue because I was like,
into what?
Because Prime has good colors, which are good in thumbnails. Let's talk about that.
Oh man, okay.
I'm such a good segue.
Wait, so how do we do this?
It's so like if I do this for a job.
So how do we do this? If we like, in terms of like segues into like different topics. Is there like a point count that we keep where like somebody like just like wins?
When I segue really well, so I'll just win all of the points because I'm always thinking ahead. I don't think that's fair to you.
No, but then I have the Google Docs, so I can. Well, I guess we both have the Google Docs, so we can kind of see what each other is. Yeah, that was a terrible segue though. That was not a great segue.
Okay, that's
we went from Prime to thumbnails really quickly.
Yeah, but I had a good reason for it, and then you messed up. It was kind of your fault.
I did mess up. That's right.
It would have been such a good segue.
Well, segue to thumbnails. No, wait. No, that's okay. So like the packaging, we gotta like have a segue where like packaging from like Prime to YouTube thumbnails.
It's super unique because it's like more color blocky. Yeah, and it has like the big Prime text, which works really well.
Why do you think that there's a lot of the white text on water bottles and drinks now, like beverages?
Because the eye is drawn more to white.
Only on like a different, darker shade of color.
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean, if you have like a yellow Prime bottle, the white just does not look great. That's why they have black.
Yeah, but that's because yellow is really close to white. If you have like purple, or red, the eye is drawn more.
I feel like it does depend
the
which
lighter
purple,
color.
It does depend which purple though, because as soon as you add like white text, like some purple that looks almost pink, then it's like looks kind of ugly.
Yeah, because the eye is drawn more to white rather than black.
Well, speaking of yellow backgrounds, yellow text boxes on yellow, like
he's trying.
You know, speaking of yellow packaging, yellow thumbnail text.
You're going for like a completely different angle than I would have thought. I thought you were going like yellow packaging, yellow subtitles are the industry standard.
Yeah, no, I feel like
yellow text.
I feel like yellow is an industry standard though.
No, it isn't.
It is like in terms of like. Also,
I used to work doing subtitles for a living.
But why?
Yellow
is
the industry standard? Because it's easier to read.
In like all types of like
content, it's more universally easier to read.
Well, like I see that it's more accepted, but like how is it?
No, because unless you have like a yellow bar on the bottom, then it's gonna be impossible to read. But like if the section, if there's white or black or like any other color other than yellow, it'll be easier to read because
You know what bothers me the
you don't see
most
yellow
is
that
when
much in
people use
movies.
like just off yellow into like an orange spectrum of color, where like they're not quite orange, like their text might not be quite orange,
Mm-hmm.
and it might not be quite yellow.
So
It's just
it's
like
the
right in the
in
middle,
between, yeah.
and it's so bothersome to look at because you're trying to pick like, is this yellow or is this orange? I don't know. It's not dark enough to be orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, because orange is like really close to yellow, but I
Well,
don't know.
yeah.
I think of
They're
the
right
well,
next to each other in the rainbow,
yeah, I know, but
so
like
on the
it's
color
just so
spectrum.
confusing to look at. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there was a so one of the things I was thinking about was how a lot of interview thumbnails,
Mm-hmm.
they're it's really popular um to have like your big text, your big bold text,
Mm-hmm.
and have a text box around it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with like bezeled corners and
Yeah.
you know, but it's yellow. It has to be yellow. If it's
Yeah.
not yellow, if like say it's like pink or purple or something,
Yeah.
it might not even like, even if your vibe in terms of like how the channel is run, even if it is purple oriented, it's an interview, so people don't really expect it to be purple, or they don't expect it to be like to be green. Really, you know, it's not
Mm-hmm.
not an ideal color for interviews on and like podcasts and stuff. I don't know.
What was your
Yellow seems
question?
to just be so used, almost overused. I feel like, because then
Well, yeah, because it's the industry standard, so
yeah, yeah.
obviously it's overused.
But what are the what would you like switch to monochrome and it looks fine too? Like if you were to just have like a black background and white
I mean,
text and
yeah,
stuff, and it's better. I feel like
that
sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean
or
that's what
white text with like a black border
Lex
as well.
Friedman does. He has like blue text on like the left side of his thumbnail, on like the left hand side, and
Mm-hmm.
then his subject on the right hand side, and like a black background, which I think is like really dope.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the blue, he goes like the shade, he does like a gradient from top to bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes the gradient is a little bit too dark, I think.
Yeah,
And then the last couple words on the bottom you don't really see very clearly from a distance. You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
scrolling on your phone, most people, you know, just open your phone and then you look at the thumbnail, and the thumbnails are they're just so small, where like you have to have enough simplicity for you to actually get the point across.
Yeah.
If you have too much in your thumbnail, then it just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where you want me to go from that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, simplicity is better, especially because like Gen Alpha is starting to lean more into like that kind of content.
But like, do they actually care? I don't know.
Who,
They
Gen
like,
Alpha or the
yeah, no,
creators of the
the younger
videos?
generations of kids, do they actually care what the thumbnails are? No, they probably only care who's the channel, you know, like who's
No,
making content.
no, they do care what the thumbnail is because it tells them what the video is going to be about. Like if you look at like kids content nowadays,
Yeah,
you have like super bright thumbnails with like the main idea of it.
yeah,
I don't know. I probably have some examples saved somewhere,
yeah.
but I don't think that would help because this is audio.
It really does depend like what it is though.
Yeah.
Like gamers content versus
Yeah.
educational content, right? Like
Yeah.
also for like younger kids too. I'm not sure that they're being really like, they're not contemplating about a certain type of video based off of its like more professional looking thumbnail, you know.
Yeah. I think as they grow up, because they've only really experienced that kind of thumbnail, I think that'll become more prevalent,
Hmm.
like simpler and simpler until you just have like the picture of the person that you're interviewing
Yeah.
and like, I don't know, something else. Text that says what or
Yeah.
whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think it's
So what is the
simpler.
perfect color? What is like the perfect thumbnail color or theme
Has
maybe? I don't know.
it depends. I
Yeah.
mean, for some people it's like their branding.
Right.
Like for me, it's like light blue and black. Those are the colors
Because
that we've
you do
chosen.
Minecraft content, right? So
Yeah,
it's like it's mostly focused on kind of like the, you have to keep in mind of like the main themes of Minecraft, right? Like
not necessarily.
the characters, and then also the background maybe. I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
Do you use like big flashy? text at all or not really? It's just kind of subtle.
For thumbnails?
Yeah, like for like long form.
It really depends.
Yeah, because
I don't really do a whole lot of long form.
you had a couple old
yeah, but those were
videos that
awful, and those
yeah
were before I even knew what I was doing. So I don't count those.
yeah, and you don't really do a whole lot of thumbnails for shorts, do you?
Well, shorts you can't do thumbnails. So.
Well, unless you're like
well, I'm not uploading them from my phone.
Right. Yeah.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I do wonder how many people really do care about shorts thumbnails.
I don't think it's
because I think when people want to watch shorts, they'll go to your shorts homepage on your channel, and they'll look at all your shorts. Not necessarily.
No.
They'll just like go straight to your just click on a random short and just keep scrolling down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they'll maybe look at the title. It's like the same idea of how important is a title on shorts.
Right.
Is it even important at all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still undecided.
Yeah.
Because it's like impossible to tell. Because a lot of the views that you get are from the shorts feed, so it's just people scrolling. So they're not going to see the thumbnail anyways. It's only like 0.001% of the time that you actually get a view from somebody who would like clicked on your video.
It's less about getting somebody to watch your short, more about because the algorithms are going to push it, but it's more about like keeping your viewers there.
Yeah.
And also, if it's like a good short, they'll like share it to somebody, or they'll like it, or they'll comment on it, and that like I don't know. I think like do comments.
I'm not somebody.
Do you think I know? Do you think do you think comments like affect how a video is like distributed in the algorithm?
Really depends. Like, based off, like, sometimes yeah, sometimes no. Yeah. I think it depends video to video. Like I have some videos that have like insane comment ratios.
Because like when I open YouTube,
they never do anything.
When I open YouTube on my phone, like every 10 shorts, there's like some random short that has nothing to do with what I'm interested in, and YouTube knows that. But this short, for some reason, it's either an ad or it's either like some really small channel that's just making really bad content. There's like 0 likes and 0 comments, and I don't know. I don't really know what to like think about like how did that go to my feed really? Like how many people is it going to?
Shorts.
I don't know. Because it might not even be off of like how big somebody's channel is for shorts, because
it's not.
It's pretty random, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is random. I think I would say that comments matter less in terms of comments, but more in terms of how long people stayed on the video for. Because the video isn't playing in the background as you're typing out a comment, but YouTube's still counting it as some kind of like interaction with the video. So even if you end up not posting a comment or whatever, it still logs that time, and so it's like, okay, people did spend a lot of time here.
Did you see the new redesign of the likes dislikes panel on shorts? They changed it from going it used to be an all white strip.
Yeah.
Now it's not. It's an outline of
yeah. That happened a while ago.
Yeah, I know, but some people like only like recently got like pushed out and stuff.
Oh, gotcha,
like me, for example.
Yeah.
Like I did. Like,
gotcha. Sorry.
I know. I was on like the old.
For a while.
I was on the old version of that, and then I also. I don't know. I don't know if like it didn't, because my app was like updated and everything, but I don't think it didn't get pushed
forever to update.
Yeah.
Oh my soul.
A lot of those features just like never get pushed out in like a long time.
We're
gonna
have this ready. It's not ready.
Like
we've been planning this for a year.
Like 3-minute shorts. Like it's still not out yet. People aren't. It just goes to your normal like long form.
Well, it does get pushed to the shorts feed. It just YouTube doesn't classify it as a short.
Right. It's not classified.
It's really weird.
Even though it is vertical.
Yeah.
It's vertical content.
Yeah.
Which is really strange.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when YouTube finally classifies it as a short. And
I've also noticed in the past few months, like my YouTube Shorts, that section of the app on my phone, like it'll like completely glitch out. Like you'll still see the content and you'll still be able to swipe, but there's like no buttons, there's no name of the channel.
Yeah.
It's like just completely off the grid.
It's really
it's weird.
It's really weird.
And then I close the app and I reopen it. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
But it's happened to me like multiple times. And it's like
there's also like
not
a
me, I
glitch
feel
where
like.
people like scroll and then there's like, oh, I want to comment back on that thing.
Right.
Then they scroll back up and then they comment on it and don't realize that for some reason YouTube decided, no, that comment wasn't for the video above. That was for the video below.
Mm-hmm. You know
That
what?
you
Yeah.
were definitively not on.
Right.
I get comments from people that are saying the weirdest things. Where are you from?
Right. Where? Yeah.
I got it. There's one that is just like, it's so weird. Let me see if I can find it. It was very recent.
Also, YouTube Shorts is feeling very, very much, much more comfortable in terms of like pushing out live streams. Like, it's so weird. I'm not a fan.
30 kids, knuckle dusters, large objects could be wrestled from my hand. What?
Wait, what? Is that just like some?
It's under Minecraft Tic-Tac-Toe.
Is that on Reddit?
No, this is on this is a comment that I got.
That's a comment? Oh man.
That's not. What are you replying to?
That's crazy.
This is still very confused as to.
No, that happens a lot. I feel like
it really does.
And
it happens
also,
way too much.
You know what also happens far too much is when you're scrolling and you have to wait for a short to start by itself for like a good solid 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's like still loading. And even if you try to swipe to the next short, you can't because it's still loading.
Yeah. That also could be Wi-Fi related.
No, my Wi-Fi is like great. My data is on and everything. And it still happens to me like all the time.
It could be Wi-Fi related.
Yeah, I guess. Or maybe I just have a bad phone. I don't know.
There's probably more Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Do you need a long description for videos in terms of like long form content?
It really depends. I feel like people don't really read descriptions. Maybe they read like the
if you have timestamps, they definitely do.
Yeah, if you have timestamps, but unless you have timestamps, realistically, I'm not going to read the description unless you have like a very big fan base that's like, oh, I love this person. I want to. This person collab with this person. Now I want to go follow that other person.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Then they're not gonna. Maybe they'll read like the first few sentences that appear when you scroll past the description, but they're not gonna.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Do you like when you scroll through like comments on like a long form video, you don't go past like 10 comments probably, right? You go like you only see a few comments and you're like, okay, I'm done. Or do you like actually?
It depends on the video.
It does depend, yeah.
Some videos I'm like, I need to see what other people are saying about this, and I scroll to the bottom.
Some videos are so bad that they get a lot of
10,000 comments.
Yeah, some videos are like so terrible that they get a lot of views. You know, like compilation videos of like shorts and stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot of videos out there that are just compilation videos, and there are a few channels that I cannot name off the top of my head right now that I have seen the long form versions of their compilations and stuff, and they're not like huge channels, but these long form videos get like 2-3 million views, and
yeah,
they're not good. They're not good long form videos
because
there's just not
together the shorts.
Yeah, but then you get like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 comments in the comment section, and you're like scrolling through, and like everybody just is disgusted with the way the video was, and you're just like, I don't know. It's a strange environment because when there is a good video, the people who do want to comment actually have something to say.
Yeah.
And people who don't realize they don't,
but yeah.
And they don't have something good to say, you know, and they just don't, right? So, I don't know. It's weird because even bad content can just totally ruin like a whole popular niche of content, I feel like.
Yeah.
Make like one bad video, and if it blows up, then other channels suffer from that because they're making better content than you. I don't know. Do a lot of older people watch shorts, you think, or no?
I mean, YouTube Studio would say yeah.
Well, of course, YouTube Studio would answer any question you have, but like in terms of like,
except how many viewers are under the age of 13? We know you have the data, YouTube.
Right.
Just tell me.
Just tell us.
That's all I want to know.
Everything.
Because a lot of people are watching from like their grandparents or their parents' YouTube accounts.
Yeah.
YouTube would log that. I think
it still logs it as them, right?
It still logs it as like the 30, 40-year-olds watching this,
right?
But I don't know. I think it depends on the content. I think a lot of adults are watching like brain rot.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Especially like grandparents.
No, I know that it exists, and it's terrible to think about, but it exists.
It's ridiculous. Have some self-respect.
So then, like, in terms of like short form compared to long form, do you think like a lot of younger people also watch long form?
Yeah.
Yeah, because long form, I don't know, like comparatively, like from a day-to-day perspective, like the amount of shorts you see, if you can like compile that into the hours per week compared to long form, I would guess probably shorts a lot more for younger individuals, right?
Yeah, most likely. I mean, there's always a counterculture, and so there's definitely people who watch infinitely more long form than they do short form.
Yeah.
Like me. Because I don't watch any short form.
I watch like almost no short form.
Yeah.
If I have like a reason to watch a short because I don't want to watch the entire long form version of it, and the channel like posts a short about it and it answers my question, I'm like, oh, chill. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. But yeah, no, I personally watch like way more like interviews nowadays. I watch more news, honestly. Like I watch a lot of news, but I don't watch too much news because then it just gets boring, and it's just so redundant.
Yeah.
Every news channel says the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dumb. But I feel like it's good to be balanced, but also I gotta draw a line somewhere.
I just watch what I feel like watching. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I don't stick to any one thing.
But when you have something you want to learn about, you'll like find it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because there's like it exists there.
Yeah.
But then if you're not really careful of like exactly like having a set goal of like, okay, I want to get this done. I want to learn about this. I think I know exactly where it is existing on YouTube. If you're not careful about that process, then you'll just start wasting hours watching like some random video that sort of has to do with the idea.
Yeah.
But it's somebody's opinion and not like an actual video. Yeah. Yeah, no, YouTube is, I think it's getting to a point where there's just so much cluster of content. There's so much content.
There's so much content.
I think I was like just looking this up, and people are estimating something around the lines of like something along the lines of like 1 million terabytes or like 2 million terabytes worth of like videos right now that have ever been posted, which is
it feels like that's low. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Feels like it's a lot more.
Yeah, and then I didn't see exactly the rest of that thing, but I think the total amount of storage capacity on YouTube also is getting a lot less now.
Oh, really?
I don't, well, because they don't have infinite GPU stuff and like
where do they even store it?
Computer farms. Like I think they store them on farming servers somewhere in like California or something. I think they have huge I think they have like huge buildings of just, it's similar to like what Google does in terms of like data.
Yeah.
Where like deep learning and machine learning and stuff. Obviously not at the level of like Nvidia and stuff, but
I think they might be lowering the quality of like older videos.
Oh yeah,
to make space.
Definitely.
Because I've like looked at older videos.
Yeah, like looking at older videos I watched in 1080p like 5 years ago, and now it's like 720p. Like, what?
I know this was a higher resolution.
Right.
I know this was 4K before. Why is it max 1080p?
Yeah.
It's very strange.
It is weird.
It makes sense.
But I think they're running out of space.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Yeah. I mean, they have to be.
They have to. Like
there's like 14 days of worth of content uploaded to YouTube every minute.
Right.
That's how are they not out of space already?
That's actually crazy. It's hard to wrap your head around. I think for me it's just strange to think about. I don't think there's a whole lot of other examples I could think about right now in our time to have that impact on how people learn and how people do things, and like a browser, it's like YouTube is like the second biggest browser after Google Chrome.
Yeah.
People use YouTube more than like any other browser pretty much for like to search for like videos and like just posts and stuff sometimes.
For some reason YouTube decides, oh, sure, searching is not good enough. We need to change it.
Right.
We're going to give you 5 suggested topics, and then here's 30,000 more in stuff that you are not looking for.
Oh, so when you search for something on YouTube, like do you get a suggested like 5 different suggested titles that actually have something to do with your idea, or are they just like all random finish the sentence type of thing?
It's like, I think it's, well, it depends on what I'm searching, but it's typically, maybe they'll give you like 10 different results for what you're actually searching for, and then
Yeah.
it'll say, and 300 more from that, and then it'll
Mm-hmm.
say suggested, which is, and it'll be something completely different and
Yeah.
random and
Yeah.
that nobody has ever asked for ever in their entire life.
Hmm.
And you can't expand
Yeah.
the like 30,000 different things that you're actually looking for, which is stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, no, I think I've been having a
But
problem with the top results because now
yeah.
when I go onto my computer, I search for like a YouTube video and I don't get the video with the title. What I get is whatever's most popular.
Yeah.
It used to be that you would search for a title and you got the video title, no matter if it had 2,000 views or 2 million views, you know.
Yeah.
Now it's different,
No,
which
yeah.
is kind of annoying because even if you want to try to learn something productive that's like about some sociology fact or like
Yeah.
a,
Do you have YouTube Premium?
I did. I had YouTube Premium for like a little while.
I think that might make a difference. I could be wrong.
But I don't know if it really does though, because
Or maybe I'm just really good at searching on YouTube.
no, I think
That's probably more realistic.
it's a skill, everyone. It's a
It,
skill.
it kind of is though. You got to have the know-how. I mean, like searching
Right.
on Google is a skill.
Yeah.
So I would say searching on YouTube is also a skill.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to know the specific keywords, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for exactly this, and I know it was uploaded between this time frame and this time frame, so I
Right.
can
Yeah.
use the search filters and
Yeah.
basically 10 times out of 11.
Mm-hmm.
No, like 99 times out of 100, I'll find what I'm looking for.
Oh, a big pet peeve I have about YouTube is the subscription order of things. Like where you cannot, you have to go down like some really deep rabbit hole to find your subscriptions easily. It should really
Yeah.
just be like a
It used to be
subscription button.
so much
Because
easier.
now you have to open the side tab and go to the subscription thing, and then you have to
Yeah.
go like down to this drop box, which gives you all of these channel names. But then if you want to see all of them, you have to pick that button, and then you still have to scroll down to find like which one is the most recent channel you were watching, and it's really messed up.
Yeah, it used to be so much simpler. I remember like tuning in multiple times a day to my subscription feed,
Yeah,
and I was subscribed to a lot more YouTubers. So there was like multiple videos popping up every day.
yeah.
And that was useful because I was actually interested. And now I don't even look at my subscriptions feed anymore.
Hmm.
I more rely on the notifications in order to, I don't know.
Yeah, what is with the tabs? Like all those new tabs now on, they're just like popping up everywhere. When you go to your homepage,
Like
all the new tabs that have nothing to do with what you
all
searched for last time.
comedy,
Yeah, like
like that kind of
comedy
stuff.
or like live stream
I have
junk. Like I don't
zero
know.
idea. I think it's trying to
So well, okay. So what they
have
tried to do
more
before, I
searchable
think what the tabs were for
topics.
before was what the tabs were for. Originally, I believe was a few years back. They tried to do those like early release type of things where you could order videos based off of like the color scheme or like the type of title or like how many different sets of this type of entertainment there was,
Mm-hmm.
and then it would sort it out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now I like I had that feature.
Mm-hmm.
I also had that when I didn't have YouTube Premium, and now I don't
Yeah.
have it. Doesn't show up for me anymore.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't exist. And now all the tabs are like replaced with these weird video ideas that I actually have never watched in my life. You know,
Yeah.
in terms of like certain vlogs or like billiards will like pop up. I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't even watched like a single billiards video
Yeah.
like in like the last 5 years. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah, it's
There's
weird. I don't
it's
know what
weird
the
stuff.
the goal is with that. It's
Yeah,
really strange.
it was weird.
I can understand like specifically for live streams
Yeah,
because YouTube live streams do not show up in the home feed unless you're like you just watched it and you went to your home feed and then
right,
it'll maybe pop up.
right.
But I don't need to have a whole tab where all the videos are just comedy.
Hmm.
That's not helpful to me.
Yeah,
Or uh,
I really do.
shorts.
I really do not appreciate how on your mobile app you get a lot less long form to shorts ratio in your feed than you did before. Like
Do
now
you?
it's like you'll see like 4 long form videos and then
Mm-hmm.
you see like this big list of shorts.
You can turn
and
it off.
You can turn it off, I know, but they still pop up even if you like try to search for other videos, and it's still like bloating your search results. So
yeah, they're really pushing shorts.
Yeah, and, like trash shorts too, like shorts that are absolutely just garbage to watch.
Yeah. Basically every short. So
it's been like that for the last 10 years.
That's unsurprising. It pushes what gets views.
10 years in terms of like just content in general, I think. But is Minecraft going anywhere on YouTube? It's pretty stable right now, I feel like.
It's not gonna.
It had its bigger days with like PewDiePie and some of these other big people, you know. And
I think the like 2020 Minecraft. That was
2019, 2020 during COVID. I feel like
that era was insane. I don't know. I think it requires people with more ingenuity, and I think nowadays the only people who get that this is
coming from someone who is
this is something that me and my friend talk about a lot. People just steal content ideas from other people.
They do,
instead of coming up with their own ideas. I think there's like, especially in the shorts,
because it takes time to be original. It takes time, it takes money, and it takes effort, and people don't.
And also, some people aren't smart enough to come up with their own ideas.
Well, people
straight up, they are not smart enough to come up with their own ideas.
Right, and they also leave out the time part, and they leave out the effort part, and all they want is the money part. You know. And so there's this idea of like, okay, I'm just gonna like blow up really fast. No, you're not. Like, even if you try to steal people's ideas, you're still gonna be like this small channel with like only 200 subscribers or something. You know, it's like, I don't know. I think people try so hard to not try so hard.
I think it's also a struggle. Like, if you come up with an original idea, and then you get some level of popularity from it, and then a bigger YouTuber comes along and doesn't do it better, but does it because they're more popular. Basically,
they get a much wider audience.
And so then they become the people who made the
idea, and then people like essentially they are then credited for that content.
Basically. I think Minecraft content requires some kind of ingenuity, and I think in order for it to go anywhere, it requires some kind of ingenuity. And I think nowadays the creators just don't have that kind of ingenuity. And so instead of coming up with their own ideas, they really are just
there's a lot of creators out there just for the money, just to like have a summer job or something, like something that just pays like their spending money, honestly. Like, they have a real job, but they have a YouTube channel, and they do not care about whatever content they make because they just want spending money. They just want pocket change, you know. That's it. And they don't care about the career perspective of it, because why would they, right? And then that definitely dilutes like that dilutes the whole idea of like, why do we have YouTube in the first place? You know, it was for education. It was to like have people making videos that they thought were interesting, that like in terms of gaining attention for something that people couldn't typically afford, you know. It's free. Essentially, it's free. Time is still spent, which is like that currency of like the internet, where a lot of people can't actually afford because they're spending their time doing other things, right? And then if they spend too much time on the internet and doing these things, then they end up all wrapped up with knowing all of these really cool things that's going on, and they don't actually have a real life, and they aren't making any money, and they don't have a they don't have a purpose, I feel like. I think it's dangerous to just like go all in right away, unless you really do have a reason to. And you do have a purpose, and you do have something you want to share. I feel like a lot of people just want to be recognized. I mean, all of us really do want to be recognized, but some more than others, with a lot less effort. Let's see. Retention. What's important about
that? It depends. What's the word? What's that word that I'm looking for? Basically, that's how your video will do, depending on the retention.
Right.
So you want longer retention. Pretty sure watch time.
Well, long form is so different from shorts, though.
Well,
like really different, I feel like.
Not necessarily. There's this guy actually who did a video where he's like, this is gonna be my most popular video.
Sure.
Because he did a 1-minute video.
Mm-hmm.
It was 1 minute once. I don't remember, but it was like 4 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and he sped it up into 1 minute, and he was like, "Watch this video on 0.25 speed," and he was like, "Thank you. You're gonna make my video. This is my most viewed video." And after a week, it had like 5 million views because it ended up having 400% average view duration.
That's absolutely wild.
Yeah, it was 1 minute, but it had 400% AVD.
That's crazy.
And so YouTube was like, "Oh, people are rewatching this," when they're not.
When they're actually not, yeah.
They're just watching it at a slower speed, but YouTube counts it as a faster speed.
That's really interesting.
It's a normal speed, rather.
Yeah.
And it did blow up.
Yeah.
He was not wrong. That did happen.
Yeah, I guess like we were talking about like claiming other people's content, and even if it like does get popular, right? Then like what does, in terms of like short form content, when you claim somebody else's content, can you actually claim a short as well?
Like copyright claim or what?
Copyright claims.
Well, yeah.
So how does that work? That's not as
well if they re-uploaded your short.
But if it is
intellectual
monetized,
property.
if it is monetized, you still, if you claim that, do you get 100% in terms of also like how you would claim a long form content? Is it that's a long form? So the
typically I haven't tried
a long form type of content. I think that the longer videos would make a lot more money.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. With a lot of retention, it's like different. I don't know.
I don't think with shorts you can. If somebody's reposted your video, I don't think I could claim all the revenue from it.
Yeah.
I think I can only take it down. Well, realistically, they're not making any money from it, but that's besides the point. YouTube is making the money from it, but I don't know. Long form, you do. I mean, there's a difference between music used in a video and then video used in a video. That has different ramifications for like claiming.
Yeah. Copyright claiming. Yeah, copyright claiming is weird.
I love striking people who re-upload my videos.
Does it do it automatically if it senses it now, or you have to do it manually still?
It will send me an alert.
Yeah.
Oh, we found new matches.
Does it send you an email?
No. I need to look. I don't. I hate the YouTube Studio app.
It's also just I think the app itself is just bothersome to use.
Well, also I just don't like having a phone. I can't lie.
No, I know.
I much prefer a computer.
Yeah.
It's just because I can do so much more on a computer than I can on a phone. Also, I used to type for a living, so I type very quickly on a computer, and I never really learned the skill to type on a phone. So I want one of those like fold out with the full keyboard turn side. I'm gonna get one of those.
Wait, like
that's gonna be my like an old like 2000s with the where like it's a phone and then and it's got like a full keyboard that you turn.
Yeah, like a BlueBerry or something, or
yeah. But not
like a Raspberry. Yeah,
one of the ones that you turn on its side and then. That's my dream phone.
I guess I don't exactly know what they're called, but
I don't know either.
Wait, what? So it's like not a smartphone.
No, I don't want a smartphone.
Like Nokia made some smartphones like that.
Yeah.
Where like you would have like the screen that's like slided out. Same for Samsung. The Samsung did like this.
Well, I don't want to flip.
No, Samsung. You know what Samsung did? They had a few years in the early 2000s where they made phones that there was like a full screen, and then you just slide it, and then there's a keyboard under it.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Where like
except
it's not
with a bigger keyboard, but yeah.
It's still a touchscreen. I feel like, right? Like that. It's. I mean, it's a terrible touchscreen, but I think it's still a touchscreen. Like those ones.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
Like this is how it normally is, and then you turn it sideways, and
right. I mean, it's not by no means like a good screen to look at, but
yeah,
it works, right?
Yeah, so. Which is that high functionality.
And the cameras on the back. I think it's like that particular model that I'm thinking of has like a 5 megapixel camera, which is just.
Well, yeah, it was the early 2000s.
I know, but
it's not gonna have a good camera.
No, I know, but no. What I was gonna say is like, I think it's like pretty good for that phone because it's a small phone. Yeah. Like it's a really tiny phone.
Yeah.
There were phones. Google Pixel has always had really good cameras on their phones.
Yeah.
when they made the Pixel 3 XL, that was like a big deal because suddenly you can have
my brother.
Yeah, suddenly you can have like really good photos and videos on like a compact phone that's smaller than your iPhone 6 or whatever,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. But anyways, I don't know. Internet's a strange place.
Indeed,
it's a strange place.
Roll the outro music. Just kidding. That would have been a good outro.
Yeah, no, it would have been good. But yeah, no, thanks for
indulging you.
No, wait. I don't know.
Engaging.
Thanks for engage. No, but we're engaging. Or is the audience engaging? Actually, the audience is engaging as well as
yeah.
Engaging. That's why it's
That's
just
a good pun. Strike one.
Yeah.
Well, except we made it through without any strikes.
Yeah, we did actually.
I didn't say Shirley.
Except I didn't catch you on any of them. I think you had a couple that I just did not. I totally forgot, and I remembered like 2 minutes later. I was like,
remember any of
"Oh no!"
You should have caught me on that.
I know I should have, but
I would have owned it.
I know.
I love.
Yeah, totally.
Puns are awful. I love them.
Well, yeah, everyone. This is just a once a week thing. Well, till next time.
Eat your vegetables.
Yeah, eat your vegetables.
I don't know.
I don't eat a whole lot of vegetables.
Right now. I know. You're a college student. Of course you don't.
Of course we don't eat. Of course we don't eat vegetables.
Don't lump me into this.
Hey, no.
I have a good diet.
No.
As good as it can be.
Yeah, no, it's good. Good stuff. Next week I think we'll probably try to cover some other things about just
the election.
To talk
to you about next week.
Well, because the election happened, right? Yeah. And YouTube was a big deal in terms of election season this year.
I saw the most insane screenshot on Twitter ever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. A live stream of Bernie Sanders with Valkyrie and Austin Shaw and Saikuno. And Saikuno was a VTuber.
That's crazy.
Wild, bro. How is that a real?
I don't know.
And it was an actual on Bernie Sanders Twitter account, a live stream that they did.
There's got to be like people who just run that stuff. They have fun every once in a while.
Genuinely. I don't understand how that was real.
I don't know.
I don't understand why that was real.
A lot of it's also just not real too.
No, it was real. It was definitively real. I watched it for like 5 seconds to see. This is not, but it was.
That's crazy.
We live in the most insane timeline that Bernie Sanders learned about VTubing. Oh my soul.
He is really old now too.
He's so old.
I don't even know how old he is right now. How old is he?
I have zero.
What's his age? I think so. Okay, so in terms of the election, the process of YouTube being a big platform really helped a lot, I think, and with the algorithm pushing a lot of interviews and educational material right now.
He's 83.
83 years old. That's
YouTube is pushing a lot of
educational
and post-election.
Yeah, post-election content.
Which makes sense. But...
I think so. Trump was on 15 or 16 interviews, and of those interviews, obviously, Joe Rogan's podcast. I think he got like 48 million views on second most viewed video on his channel.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
And that's not even counting the Spotify streams.
That's not even
Spotify streams were probably insane.
I know.
I mean, Joe Rogan got 100 mil to
I think he makes more money on other platforms combined than he does for YouTube.
Well, yeah,
but
he made 100 mil off of Spotify.
Well, obviously, I know, but like,
I'm pretty sure he makes more money off of Spotify.
I think the ratio. I think thinking about the ratio of like content per like viewership as well as whatever he's making off of that, I think it's also a lot higher than YouTube. A lot of other content creators, even if they have podcasts, it's a lot lower than YouTube.
Yeah.
But his YouTube channel is lower, right?
Yeah.
So, which is kind of crazy to think about because 48 million views is still like quite a bit. It's in the average of very, very popular.
Yeah.
In the interview scope of things, but
yeah.
All right. Cool. Until next time.
Stay engaged.
Stay. Does that actually work? I don't know.
I'm
not sure.
Kind of, yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Like stay engaged, like
stay engaged for the next
culturally,
week or...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man, you lost me there.
Just
All right, cool. Till next time, have a good one, and yeah, see you next week. Peace.